Hey guys, welcome back. This is BDCKR and another in our line of videos going over some of the features of update 2.12. This one we're going to focus on the League of Assassins gear set and how it's been fixed or nerfed. So, probably seen a bit of the chatter. We've talked about ourselves how it's working differently and working actually how it's supposed to, how it's described on the card. And it has implications because Antimatter Sinestro isn't so good with it anymore. You can't spam his special ones, but it also means it's sort of the democratization of the League of Assassins gear set because it's so much more effective for other people. As far as being able to use it to trigger it, you don't need to have somebody who can force somebody off. You can time it right so that when you think somebody's going to be leaving, bring them in. And yeah, you can trigger the gear set. So what we've got here... Alright, let's watch some of the action. Alright, Killing Joke Joker is geared, as you saw, to be a basic damage dealer. And he's actually quite effective like that. And Shazam has gotten 2 of the League of Assassins gear sets so he can get the power drain. But you see, he only got 35% because they fixed it more than one way. Before it used to be you'd get full 3 bars. 35% is actually not a lot. And Harley Quinn is there to enhance both the Joker and Shazam. So part of the reason for using Shazam is that he's a person who could potentially, so not too hard fight, that's just the first one though, he's actually one person who would benefit really well from being able to drain the power. And the reason we didn't give him the full gear set is because his damage isn't so big, meaning that the full 3 out of 3 gear set ability of doing damage wouldn't be that much because his damage is only 37,000. And so the third gear, that one slot was replaced by the Enchantress, so that because of the way that Shazam is playing, do his third special, and when he's doing his special 2, you don't want them to be blocked. Having the Enchantress gear means that you might waste a bit of time waiting for it to process, but it also means that you'll get unblocked special 2s if you time it right. And it probably would have been just fine to set up a team with just Shazam to demonstrate it, but part of me always hates to lose. And the ideal kind of makeup of Shazam team is having with Killing Joke Joker to give him 3 bars when Killing Joke Joker dies. The problem, I guess, is when Killing Joke Joker is too effective, like he is here, and he's just mashing through the other team. Maybe not. And then Animated Harley Quinn is there just to make Joker a lot more effective with a better power gen and better damage. It's not bad. I mean, this is sort of an old team that we've used before Shazam and Killing Joke Joker and Animated Harley Quinn. In the newer kind of meta, it's probably not as good because you do have Harley Quinn's high damage special 2 to deal with Raven if you see her, but because she's relatively low damage, when Raven's been augmented and she's got some health gears, she's not going to be Animated Harley Quinn is not going to be that effective against her. So you don't really have a particular answer to Raven. The first couple fights aren't particularly interesting because they're usually pretty weak. Alright, so not a lot of gear. Should be a pretty easy fight. Yeah, so this update's been not bad. Definitely some good. And I can't say I'm entirely disappointed with League of Assassins gear being fixed. I mean, yeah, I miss having Antimatter Sinestro to really power through Survivor for the first, 11 or 12 battles, but it doesn't seem like the League of Assassins gear set now seems even less useful as a set. I mean, really, League of Assassins Knives is the best of the 3. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of benefit, really, to putting them all together. I thought he would have tagged out there. Oh, there he goes. See, not a lot. 35%. If it was full 3 bars, absolutely, it's still so good. Yeah, Enchantress pop. Oh, there we go. Unblock special 1.
Thought you were a warrior.
Nice. All right. Yeah, I think it would be a lot more useful, the League of Assassins gear set as their abilities together, if it gave you more power. And that would actually be enough to make it worth it. At this point, it probably makes a lot more sense just to gear him up to take it. Maybe power gen would be even better than trying to make the gear set abilities trigger.
Deadshot. Batgirl.
So nothing too exciting. Fourth world gear set on Injustice 2 Superman tends to be the most annoying, but it's not impossible. Just makes him a little bit harder to deal with. Oh, and I guess one thing to point out is that Killing Joke Joker and Shazam are both enhanced for crit damage and crit boost, but nothing else, and Animated Harley Quinn is nothing. Man! Killing Joke Joker and Animated Harley Quinn are a nice pair. So sometimes it's worth, with Killing Joke Joker, sometimes it's worth doing a special 1 even when you don't know if it's going to hit, and not bother timing it, because what it does is it buys you the chance to do another swipe combo. What happens is after he finishes a swipe combo, it's really hard for him to start. He's slow, so it's hard for him to juggle. If you do a special 1 right after, oh, there we go, nice. So League of Assassins gear set showed that right there, lots of power. Nice. Alright, yeah, so if you get a special 1 to do, you don't even care. What you're doing is you're buying yourself time to start another swipe combo, because his there's too much of a delay, so that's why he's not a great juggler. But the start of his attack is good. It's the delay after finishing a swipe combo that's bad. Alright, just a special 1 because it uses up faster, so you lose less of the time that you've got for unlimited specials to sort of break his shield. And now we do some special 2s. Nice. Okay, anything interesting here? Okay, Bane might be a problem. Yep, he's got the loadout. Now the good thing is he doesn't start with any bars of power, so if we finish with Arkham Knight Batman quickly enough, Luchador Bane is not going to be a problem even if he stuns coming in. So the key really is Killing Joke Joker. If Arkham Knight Batman has crit immunity, then we're screwed. Because we gotta force a tag out, which we typically can't do before Luchador Bane's built up a bar of power. That's the other thing, I guess. We don't really have a specific counter in this team against a Luchador Bane that starts with 1 bar of power. Oh, stun, nice. Now shoot the special 1 to buy us room. Now he's got a bar of power, so it's not like we could actually finish our swipe combo, so that was probably not the best use of our power because he's coming in anyways, but now. It's not bad. Probably not the smartest thing to do a special 1 here. Could have saved it so that if we needed Animated Harley Quinn to come in with a special 2, that would have been more useful. Yeah, no point waiting for his decreased damage barrier to go away. We have a limited amount of time of unlimited specials, so Gotta take advantage of it. Enchantress, nice. And boom. I mean, there's lots of options for Shazam for how to gear him out. I've seen a lot of people do heal on special 2, so that once you get his 3 bars and you do his super move, that at the end of it, when you're finished and you've done a bunch of special 2s, he's fully healed. And I guess that's okay. But I'm thinking if you can't finish off the other team after doing a super, all right, let's see what he's got. Nothing special. At least he's broken up 4th row gear set. Okay, so there's a little bit of power there. Dead shot. Yeah, so the thinking is, if Shazam, you finished his super move and you've run out of your unlimited supers, you could be fully healed, but it still takes you a long time to build up a special 3 again. So I don't know how often that circumstance will come up, but every time you use a super, the Enchantress gear is useful to buy you a little bit of time to get your next special 2 unblocked. Man, I think a lot of people make the mistake of not fully promoting Joker. Because he's relatively low set, but we see how much damage he can do. And don't be fooled, right? The 13,000 per swipe attack, he's one of the few guys that's got a 4-hit swipe combo. So that's actually 15, 17, 34. Oh no, that's 46. 52. So he's doing the equivalent of maybe 16 or 17. I think I'm mathing wrong. And there you go. So clearly, League of Assassins gear is not nearly as powerful as it was before. Alright, so let me think about that. 13,000, maybe 13.5. 4 of those would be 27, 54. 54 divided by 3 is 180. So it's the equivalent of somebody else doing an 18 damage per hit on the swipe combo, because he's got 4 instead of 3.
Harley Quinn.
Oh, and they gave us an easy team for the last battle. And I've always wondered whether this happens sometimes, because the matchmaker picks your opponents at the beginning based on stats, and then if anything changes in terms of the loadout of the opponent, that say they take off some gears, then you get the benefit of that. Alright, so not 13.5, so that's 26, 52, 52, 1, 17. It's like just over 17,000. The equivalent of 17,000 per swipe hit on the swipe combo. Yeah, I think it's fine if you want to leave him like low level, not elite, not promoted. Oops. But you're losing entirely the benefit of, oh, so he got the benefit of, and it didn't do us any good. Well, I guess this is maybe a demonstration of Shazam, but not a particular win. Although, you know what? Animated Harley Quinn, she's not awful. Ooh. So maybe there's hope. Alright, that was probably not the smartest. Better to save for second bar. She's just so much better with second bar, but she's doing a good amount of damage. And the good thing is, Suicide Squad Harley Quinn doesn't really have much in the way of gear that's helping her. So that's really what's giving us a chance here. After making that mistake with Shazam. Nice. Alright. So verdict, League of Assassins gear, definitely not as powerful as it used to be for Sinestro or really anybody else, but the way they fixed it to make it actually behave like it's described means that you can get more use out of the gear set abilities with other characters besides just Antimatter Sinestro. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Komoda.